Hey guys, how you doing today? Today we're going to cover a new style DAT board video, weekend freight, and what we're going to do, we're going to cover the Canadian load board. I get asked all the time, does the DAT board does it work in Canada? And the answer is yes, it does. So what we're going to do is we're going to browse through here, and I'm going to show you guys the DAT board for Canadian loads. So if you like what I'm about to show you, in the description there's a link. You can click it. You can try it for free for 30 days. And as I always say, free is free, and don't haul cheap with this tool. No matter what lane you're in, whether you're familiar with it or not, you're going to know what's up and have the trucker's edge. So let's dig right in. And let me here's something right here I want everybody to pay attention to. Let's click on this for a second. Oh, let's see here. What does this say? Oh, it's going to be slow. We're still deep in slow season, but the spot market trends are actually running about a month ahead of schedule. There's been seasonal weakness, but we're already seeing volumes firming up, which is something we don't usually expect until mid-March. In other words, rates are gearing up for a rebound. What I've been saying, guys. What? You heard it here first. Everybody's doom and gloom. But I've been saying I think we're all right. So, while DAT predicts the early December spot markets in the Q1 would be weaker than in previous winter, trends are already stabilizing and poised to exceed expectations in the second quarter. So, I'll pause right there and let you read the rest of it. I just want to toot my own horn. You heard it here first. Everybody else is doom and glooming. Oh, God, we're going downhill. It's doom and gloom with everybody. And I've been saying the last couple weeks, guys, I think we're all right. Just slow your roll. Chill. Well, that board is backing my assumptions up. So, booyah. All right, let's just jump on into this. DAT board search. All right, where we're going to start. Let's start in Montreal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two styles of search here. I'm going to search a 120-mile radius of Montreal. And then I'm going to search one lane going out and a lane coming back. For example, Montreal to Atlanta and Atlanta back. And just give you an idea. So, Montreal, let's click this and see what we come up with. And this is late in the evening. It's 5:30 Friday afternoon. So this is these numbers are not going to be really anything to shake a stick at. But right now, 120 miles in Montreal, you got 471 exact loads. 471. And some of these loads, like this one right here, is showing up in New York. It's right across the border. So let's say St. Laurent down to Reno, 30-day average, 47. See, down to Marietta, Oklahoma. Ohio, my bad. Here's a little tool I like with this. With the pro version of this, you're going to get a 15-day average. It's going to show you the rates on whatever lane you're looking at. Like Montreal down to Marietta. You've never ran that lane before, so you don't know nothing about it. But with this tool right here, you can see what that lane's been going for. So when you call the broker and the broker says, yeah, we got a lot of money on that load. That load right there, we got 1,200 on it. And you can say, no, Mr. Broker, I'm looking at the 15-day average here. It's showing to be moving for about $1,300 to $1,400. I move it today for 14. I'm looking at the 15-day average on the DAT board. And he's going to be thinking, well, shit, I'm looking at the DAT board average too. So anyway, cool tool. I promise you, it costs you more per month by not having this service than not having it at all. You'll make your money back in most of the times in one load. And if you run 20 loads a month, that means you're 19 loads profitable, or more profitable, I should say. So right there in Montreal, 471 loads. Let's see. Let's just for giggles here. We already know there's a load going to Reno. And we're going to check Reno, and we're going to go. Oh, I did that wrong. Actually, that's 14 loads going there. Let's see. Reno. We're going to check this lane rate average. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any loads there, but we're just going to try it out and see what we can come up with. There's one load in Reno going to Montreal. And that load's been going for $5,500 on the average, guys, right there. So keep in mind, like I said, it is 5:33 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. So these loads are going to be kind of scarce. But I still can't believe we still pulled one. So let's go to the next one. Let's shoot a little west. And let's go to Winnipeg. See what Winnipeg has got for us. 57 exact loads in the Winnipeg area. Now, something I've noticed, I've done a little quick research on this before I fired up the video to make this. A lot of these loads you're not going to see the average on unless they're in the States. Like that right there, it's got the load on it. But like this one right here, what is that, Steinbach, Manitoba to Toronto, there's no average lane rate. And why that is because the brokers in the States here, they participate in a freight match with the DAT board, and they basically just upload a lot of data and lanes and what they pay on rates, and they all participate in what they call the freight match. So with all that data, they comprise a lane rate average on particular lanes based on all the data and all the loads that they've uploaded. And with that being said, the ones for all the brokers that's up in Canada, you know, if they're not part of that freight match, we don't have no data. So that you'll be on your own for that, but you can find the loads. But here you see here the Cavalier going down to Patterson, California. It's going to have a 15-day average on it because that broker, they've got data on that lane. So $4,400 on the 15-day average, and they're offering it for $43. So they're almost right there on the money. So invaluable tool to have. Now let's see, Winnipeg. Let's check out Patterson, California. We know Patterson, California, what it's paying. So let's go Patterson, Cali to Winnipeg. Come on, get lucky. Pull up a load. Oh no, there's no loads available. I was afraid of that. But no, not to fret. If you look up here, top right corner, it's going to show you the broker to carrier spot market rate. Stockton market, that's California, to Canada West. The 15-day average on that lane has been 57, let's say $5,800 or $2.90 a mile. That's the average right here. Now the range has been $51.95 to $63.34 right here underneath it. Or on the low side, $2.60 a mile to $3.17 a mile. So that's a lot of money coming down to California and going right back up. That's really good money. Now let's check out Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. Is that how you say that? Saska2. Saskatoon. We'll run with it. I love the names up there. All right, right now in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Maybe I'm right. 10 exact loads, and here's a C.H. Robinson coming down to Grand Island, Nebraska for $1,400. Let's see, Washington. That load's been averaging $1,741 going down to Washington. So $1,700 for 1,000 miles, or roughly $1.70 a mile. So let's see here. I'm going to run this one down to Atlanta, just for my own curiosity. There's not going to be any loads, but it's going to give us this little rate right here. Let's see, Regina X Market to Southeast States is the 30-day average has been about $27.78 or $1.37 a mile. The range has been $22.31 or $31.23 coming down. Now we're going to do the complete opposite. We're going to go from Atlanta up and see what that comes in at. The 30-day average on that's been $41.57. You see right here in the right-hand corner again, top right-hand corner, $41.57 or $2.05 a mile. The range has been $38.33 on the low side, $43.80 on the high side, or $1.89 low, $2.16 a mile high. So that's a pretty good lane if you want to come down, do a turn and burn, and head straight back up. Now here's a load that Atlanta's actually got one going to Atlanta to Saskatoon, and they don't have the good information on here. Let's see. Here's something else. As soon as you click on a load, it's got all the information on that lane right there. So up here is just the market, just the areas. But right here is that per load. And you can come over here and scroll up and down on this little column right here, and then you can get down here to the comments. A lot of times they can put different stuff right here in this little section. Like right there, it says posted through Link Logistics Canada, and there is the email to contact them on this load right here. Let's see, let's click on another one, just to give you another example. So here's another one, Pendergrass, Georgia to Edmonton, Alberta. Average $5,100 or $2.13 a mile. And that right there, posted through Link Logistics again, Canada, ready now, exit, extension, whatever. So you call this number right here. There's the extension. Booyah. There you go. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. We gotta keep it rolling here. Let's see. Let's go to Vancouver, British Columbia. Right now, British Columbia or Vancouver's got 67 exact loads. I'm still pretty impressed with this. I mean, it's late in the evening on a Friday night, and we're still finding loads. So let's see. Here's one to Yakima, Washington. $800 to go 170 miles. Cheney, Washington. $1,100 to go 294 miles. York, PA. Here's a long one. It's been averaging $4,078. So we're going to run with this one. We're going to go down to Fontana, California. That's crap. This right here, $14.50 a mile, or $14.50. That's been averaging $1.11 a mile. So yeah, we're not going to look at that. We're going to focus on York, PA to Vancouver. But again, a lot of freight moving within the country there. Here's one, Austin, Texas. It's got some miles on it. $3,000. Let's see, Akron, Colorado. It's been averaging right at $2,500. See, Richmond, British Columbia to Calgary, Alberta. It don't have the average on there. It leaves me wondering what it is. So I'm gonna assume it's $5 a mile. I'm gonna call that broker real quick. I need $5 a mile. Yep, I need $3,000 on this. And probably laugh at me. Very impressed by this. So let's run this Vancouver over to York, or York back to York, PA, back over to Vancouver, and see what that lane has been averaging. See what the market rate is. Ooh, nice. There is actually one load in Riverton, New Jersey, going to Seattle, Washington, which is, this is a partial, so this is not going to pay that much, but it still has the information on a full load. So that load is a full load, been averaging $49.31. So not too bad. Okay, but we're going to look up here on the market, the broker to carrier spot market rate for the markets. Harrisburg market to Canada West, the 15-day average has been $5,400. Pretty impressive. $45.52 on the low, $56.18 on the high. So that's another good lane. Vancouver to York, PA area market, and turn around and go right back. Really good rates. Now let's see what else. There's another. Let's Calgary, Alberta. That's it. Calgary right now, it's 5:42 now, 5:43. 78 exact loads in Calgary. Here's one going to Los Angeles. Shows that load's been averaging 1671 on 1,500 miles. I just can't get over that. That's barely $1 a mile. So on this last one, we're going to focus on Calgary to LA and LA back. But let's just look at the loads here and see here. Wow, here's one. Calgary down to Florida, 3,000 miles. It's been averaging a little over $5,000. I'll tell you what, we're going to go Calgary to Los Angeles and Calgary to Miami and see which one is more beneficial. But right now, on a Friday night or Friday evening at 5:43, there's still 78 loads in Calgary. That's pretty impressive. Now let's see. We're going to cut Los Angeles to Calgary. It's got to pay good. It's got to pay good. Oh, it's not that bad. 15-day average been 39.72 or 252 a mile. The low end's been 37.82 or 41.29 on the high, or $2.40 a mile for the low, $2.62 for the high. So it might pay crappy going down, but it looks like it pays phenomenal going back up. So I guess it kind of balances itself out. Now let's check out Miami Town to Calgary. 0 loads, but that 60-day average, it must not have a lot of data on that recent, but it's been 49.08 to go up. So that pays really good coming down and kind of shoddy coming up. But the low side is 39.20, high side 58.65, or $1.27 low side, $1.90 on the high side. The rate to mileage comparison there, I believe I'd come out of Calgary and go down to Los Angeles and run that. It's half the miles, but the rate makes a lot better sense. All right, guys, I've held you on here long enough. There you go. For my fellow Canadians, DAT board is up and working. There you go. I know you guys have been on me for quite a few weeks now, and I find it hard sometimes to find time to do videos. I've got a whole list of videos to do, and slowly and surely I'm going to get around to them. But there you go, guys. The link's in the description. Sign up. Tell them Make Sense sent you. See you. Bye.